When you see upsets like this or big shots like this, you're not really thinking about money involved in March Madness. But the truth is, the NCAA tournament makes bank. From ticket sales, TV deals, and a whole lot of betting, let me tell you the absolutely insane amount they're bringing in and what they're actually doing with the money. In 2022, an average of 10.7 million people were tuned into the tournament from over 180 countries. But to understand the money in the present, we need to head to the past. The tournament started way back in 1939 with only 8 teams. Oregon beat out Ohio State to win the first ever trophy, but as the years went by, more and more teams would join. Then, in 1982, legendary sports broadcaster Brent Masburger came up with the tournament's more iconic nickname, March Madness. And through the years, it became one of the most anticipated sporting events of the year, with hundreds of legendary moments. In fact, it's become so popular, a huge chunk of the NCAA's revenue comes from March Madness. In 2022, the organization earned $1.8 billion in revenue. $1 billion of that came from this one tournament in March and April. And a big chunk of the revenue comes from their lucrative TV deal with CBS and Turner Broadcasting that was signed back in 2010, worth $10.8 billion for 14 years. For more exclusion television and internet content rights, the deal was later extended until 2032 with an additional $8.8 billion guaranteed. The tournament also earns a hefty amount in ad revenue. In 2021, the tournament garnered over $1 billion in TV ad sales, just behind the NFL and even beating out the NBA. And of course, it wouldn't be March Madness without big betting. It's an annual tradition to fill out your bracket each year, and those usually come with big money betting. Historically, Nevada used to be the only state where you could put money on sports. But since 2018, more and more states have opened their doors to sports betting. In 2022, about 45 million Americans bet a total of $3.1 billion on March Madness, with 2023 expected to rack in even more, since more states are loosening up on their laws on sportsbooks. But unlike other revenue, the NCAA actually doesn't earn from it. Gambling aside, March Madness generated about $1 billion in 2022. So where does it all go? Well, they distribute it back to schools. And from there, it's further distributed into different avenues, like student athlete scholarship funds, student assistant funds, funding of the less popular and less televised NCAA sports, academic enhancement funds, and much more. The better your school does in March Madness, the more you earn. So every time you watch March Madness now, keep in mind the money behind it all and know that with every win, the school and the NCAA is benefiting big time.